Hello, I'm Andi Singh, and I'm going to use Divinity Kabbalistic Tarot cards to predict the month of December for you who come from Scorpio. Let me give this a bit of a shuffle. All right. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull for you has got to do with romance, marriage, and family areas. It's facing you. So it shows that you are in command in December for the first area of romance that I want to talk to you about. Now I'm going to divide the card in two, so that the first half I will talk about the first 15 or 16 days of December, and the second half later I will talk about the last 15 or 16 days of December. Now regarding your romance, there are many opportunities for you waiting in the first 15 or 16 days of December. And you'll have a chance to negotiate yourself into a very good position in romance. If you already have a romance, the building up of a bond, of a good bonding, is also seen for you in the first 15 days. Your second half of December gets to be even better. There shows peace, there shows harmony, there shows acceptance. Whereas in the first 15 days, there shows slightly some opposition in terms of planning or thinking. But in the last 14 or 15 days of December, peace has entered your romance areas, which show that stability is seen there, and also a strong bonding begins in the last 15 or 16 days. Now, regarding marriage, if you are married, this card, well, the first 15-16 days shows that some decision making may not be very stable for both of you. So try not to show aggression. Try to take the soft approach, and that way you will be able to achieve much more. Otherwise, these are very short waves of energy, and these short waves of energy show that the planning or the thinking or the agreement, it will always remain too short term. So try not to expect too much in areas of marriage. If you want to push your point across, or if you want to make some plans, don't expect too much in the first 14 or 15 days. But I don't see any major conflict or any breakdown, don't worry. The last 14 or 15 days are perfect, where the waves get longer, and that shows that long-term plans can be agreed upon in your marriage, between you and your marriage partner. And also the peace is entering very nicely. The peace meaning that stability of marriage, the foundation of marriage becomes stronger for you. So more peaceful for you as well in the last 14 or 15 days. And that would be the time to do any strategic planning between you and your marriage partner. And you will find that agreement comes very nicely during that period. Now, generally about family areas, it's back to the first 15 days of some touchy areas, which you have to be very careful not to disturb. Otherwise, it's like walking through a bit of a landmine. So take your time and be patient. And then your last 15 days, everything works according to plan. So you might as well leave the touchy areas in family areas to be discussed in the last 15 days of December, and you will find that everything is manageable. Your next card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your career, business, and finance areas. Well, it's facing you, so you have control over this. So it's going to be a month where you have control over circumstances, whether in career, business, or financial areas. Now I see very strongly the card of the sign of Mars. And the sign of Mars shows that in the first 15 days, you are going to progress. But because also it shows the rain is falling, and therefore you may not see your path very clearly. And therefore, don't share your personal plans or secrets with other colleagues. I'm talking of your career now, with your colleagues. And also watch out that you may be too acting in a way which is too dominating and demanding, and therefore that some conflict with your bosses may also appear. So for the first 15 days, you can do well, but a soft approach is very, very important for you to take. The last 15 or 16 days in your career, that is much, much better. There's stability and your path is widened, so which means you can get a promotion or you are in charge of a bigger area of responsibility, having more power. So in your career area, the last 14 or 15 days improve a lot for you. And that's when the situation becomes fully under your control and the bigger things are waiting for you in career areas in your last 15 days on a positive note. Regarding business, now the first 15 days you may get bad news and you may want to put more energy in terms of more finances in your area of career, in your area of business. Don't do that, because the rainy period shows that rather than getting sunshine, you are going to get gloomy news. But the card is not a card that wants you to fail. It's just a card of caution. So don't take too much risk in business in the first 15 days. Just flow with the tide. The last 15 days is when stability in business is seen on a very good level. And it shows that whatever the difficulties of the first 15 days, they are turned to rewards in the last 15 days. So long-term rewards are also possible here. So your planning in the last 15 days will become very crucial and you will do it very well so that everything becomes fine-tuned, and I can see rewards for you in the last 15 days or so in the area of business for you, the last 15 days of December. In general finances, it's a card which says you may be tight in finances during the first 15 days, but it's not a tightness that makes you suffer. It's just a tightness that says hold on to your horses and wait before you make the move. And then general finances in the last 15 or 16 days becomes very favorable for you. Income is good, business areas, investments are very possible, and rewards are also seen as coming for you in the last 15 days for you in Scorpio in December. The last card that I'm going to pull for you will be to do with your health areas. Now regarding health areas, you have pulled a card which is facing me. So you need to be a little careful regarding health areas. Now what I can see here for you coming from Scorpio in December is that the card of Saturn is shown, and my first area of not worry but thinking that you should look after is your lungs, your breathing areas. And this card always shows an inflammation of your lungs, and the inflammation of your lungs could lead to things like asthma, or if you are already asthmatic, then a little bit of stress related to asthma will also be seen for you. Secondly, I worry this card about your skin area, like eczema problems. And so be very careful that eczema problems may also be seen for you. Okay? It's not a worrisome card. It's a card that just shows that because of stress, you may have the breathing areas and the skin problem. Overall, it's going to be a good month of December for you coming from Scorpio. And you are going to find that all your attempts in the earlier part of the month of December are going to pay dividends in the second half of December, or as the month of December moves on. Do go to Facebook and follow me, and I'll be able to answer whatever questions you ask, so communicate with me on Facebook. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck in December.